the series.
Yeah,
and they fixed their mistakes.
I mean, they had a 90-point lead, but it just came down to a couple of rotations, and Tatum Mines just took advantage of it. It felt like OpTic just wasn't in it. As soon as they had that lead, they sort of, you know, kept it off the gas pedal. But here we go. OpTic Gaming versus eUnited on board with Scump. The trades going down back and forth over that pit center. But Fellow, he's going to find two. Can he find the 30 can? Great start for Fellow.
He killed all four.
He killed all four.
I mean, what a fantastic start from him. I think he beamed ahead to kick things off, then the double with the nade. Excellent start, and it's going to lead to a healthy chunk of time here in the opening hard point for eUnited. They're also going to be trying to retain spawns.
Pristini got 3.
Yeah, so Fellow kills the whole team. Pristini basically does the same, and OpTic still looking for a foothold in this game.
Yeah, great start for the, you know, two very aggressive players on eUnited, but Scump and Methods, they're fighting on back, and OpTic Gaming, they retain pit center control. But for eUnited, they're holding that right side of the mini-map, right? You know, Fort Courtyard coming up next, and OpTic Gaming realizes that. They're trying to get some pressure. They're sending 3 players here. Can they break it before the hill spawns? That would be such a huge play for OpTic Gaming. There goes RCs. We'll see where RC spawns. This is going to be key. He's holding his kill cam right now, but there we go. I think Clay getting that kill on Scump open up that avenue for RCs.
At the same time, though, Methods getting dangerously close to streaks. This is the gunfight, and Pristini's able to take it. The streak surge shut down for OpTic Gaming. 5-point advantage for eUnited. eUnited right back in the hard point now at Courtyard. Still a ton of time here. 40 seconds left. It's going to be a turret side spawn for OpTic. They have to try and flood through. Pristini, one does sneak through the back. One does sneak through the back. Pristini gets a kill before he drops at least, which will help a bit. But there is an opening, at least for OpTic, to get eUnited out of this hard point.
Yeah, wonderful job by OpTic Gaming to get him off. You know, with 20 seconds left, they're going to focus on Castle Road. You'll see all those green arrows either control middle map or back on up. Number 7, that's Scump. He's trying to get in a position. He knows the rotations will come through. This is going to be an easy kill for Scump, but never mind, he turns around. He must have heard something under him, but Crim and Octane are there. So Scump, he's going to spawn top cave. You have Crim 6, he's up towards top bridge, just beaming RCs. RCs couldn't even see him in that position. So still, though, for eUnited, you get about 30 seconds there, which I think is good.
Oh, God.
But OpTic Gaming, they allow a spawn to come in the back.
They were too far pushed up. No one was in the hard point, and no one was deep whatsoever. So Pristini's going to pop here. He's at least able to get one kill.
Time.
And now this is incredibly disrupted. OpTic can't get into the hard point, and I don't think that's one of those fluky ones. You spawn near the objective. They were too far pushed up.
And look at where Crim is, though. This could help OpTic. He spawned so far out towards low turret. He's going to go on a big flank, and he's going to find 2 kills. But Fellow, he was able to get pushed up, and he finds 2. Can he find a third in turret? No, but it's Scump and eUnited. They've done it, man. You know, at least disrupted this setup. This is usually one of the better hills for OpTic Gaming. But a simple mistake, allowing that spawn in the back cannot happen if you're OpTic.
Right before it happened, I was going to say, no one's even in the hard point. Like, they're pushed in front of that line, and they get punished for it. They had a chance to kind of stabilize and deal with the spawn, but in the end, it's a healthy Courtyard hold for eUnited and a nice break at Castle Road to build up a nice lead.
Yeah, we'll see now. Can OpTic hold turret? Turret's become really a staple on this map during a good chunk of time. His teams have gotten better at breaking Castle Road and that Fort Courtyard. Clay now, he's in ladder. RCs gets a kill, so you have a bit of a pinch, but really from both teams have to be a bit careful here. These are a big set of kills. Scump and Method's fine too, but he gets traded out. And OpTic Gaming, they stabilize for now.
A great hold, puts him right back in this game. So far, so good in the opening 20 seconds. Method's going to transition out of the hard point. Let Crim get inside, because Method wants these streaks. Remember last time, he was so close to getting him, it was Pristini that was able to kill him. This time, returns the favor, at least gets the glide bomb. And now OpTic just down a little over 20 points in this one. Scump trying to make a play.
Yeah, he's going to try and go all the way around for pit center. That's going to be the play that Scump is. So watch that number 7 arrow, Paradox. He's got it highlighted. He is actually going to climb the ladder. I would have loved to see him go all the way through backyard. Instead, now he's going to do it. But that player knows his position, so RC's is going to watch it. There's a repositioning for RC's. Great play on him, but he actually looks ladder, turns right at the wrong time. So OpTic, they find a couple of kills, and now they have a chance to get in the pit center. You have Crim 6 here. He's going to find Pristini. The only player alive now is Clayster,
and that's
who's
great.
pushed up on that street.
Typically, when you hold turret, a lot of times you're stuck spawning that Castle Road side for pit center.
Yeah, pit center can be tough.
Not where you want to be. Pit center's tough, and then also getting to Courtyard on the next hard point's tough. By them making that play and securing the spawns early, this is a good chance for OpTic Gaming to really rally pit center into turret into pit center into Courtyard. That was well done. You don't often see teams able to make that work without the use of streaks.
And it just comes to that kill where Arcides gets taken down, just looks away for a second. Now you have Octane starting to heat up. He's at 10 and 10. Methods, by the way, 15 and 6. A wonderful game from him. Still has that glide bomb. 20 seconds left on pit center. OpTic, they're going to rotate towards Fort Courtyard. So we're going to basically have a tied game. if eUnited gets his scrap time, and one player does spawn out, so that's Scum. So the rest of OpTic have to play very conservative, and they do a great job. The ARs of OpTic and Methods slow down the eUnited push.
Scump now on the flank will pick up the first kill in Arcities. Looks like Methods lining up the rest. He
This
has
is
help from
great. You have
Crimsix.
Scump
They pick
push
it up.
so far.
Oh, that is, look at that transition across. So what, in about 58 seconds they spawn. They have to deal with Scump. Now they're going to get him to drop, but by the time they put pressure on a player like Crimsix or Octane, the Hardpoint, it's going to be a solid 20-25 seconds before they can do it.
Yep, that is the perfect scenario for OpTic Gaming. The only thing that could have gone better is if Scump found maybe 2 or 3 kills. Instead, only finds 1, but it's traded out. And that's why you haven't really seen such a good push. You know, it's been pretty staggered. OpTic are always finding 1 kill. Here comes those red arrows. They're trying to make it push. RC is up that middle alley. Scump finds 2. Not able to finish that kill, but he does find Fellow, and that's 3 dead with 24 seconds left. This is going to be a solid lead here for OpTic.
Hop to Octane. He might be able to make a big play. He's already picked up 1. There's a swarm over here. You just got to try and play your life. Do whatever you can.
Spawn one out.
Or wait up, gunfight after gunfight after gunfight as Octane gets 3 and Scump now gets a position and eUnited spawn and hold. Oh my God, what a play from Octane.
That was ridiculous.
It was like London Docks.
It was a 1v4.
It was like London Docks yesterday. Remember when he had to hold Docks Warehouse?
But it happened again. Pristini, he spawned in the back.
I didn't see how it happened this time.
This is not good again for OpTic. They're in a similar position where they allow the back spawns to come through. Grim, he gets taken down. Sorry, Octane gets taken down. Methods is back here, though, so there's still some OpTic members. Nobody has touched the hill. Finally, OpTic retains control of spawns, but yeah, Octane, an incredible play from him.
Yeah, I didn't see if they were just pushed up again or didn't get anyone deep. I didn't see the exact scenario when this one came through, but something you might want to look at if you're OpTic, because now it's happened twice. I know it was a crazy situation with Octane getting all those kills, and suddenly the flip comes in. But it is basically a 50-point lead here for OpTic. Fellow of eUnited still inside the hardpoint, trying to take a one-on-one, but the pressure comes in from both sides before Clayster is there to pick up the trade. Castle Road one-on-one's going to go to Octane, sorry, to Method, so he'll be set up at turret, ready to go, dealing with players pushing from cave.
Yep, Crim just swarming middle of the map with Scump. As the 2 ARs, a lockdown turret, they'll lock down middle of the map. This is a great setup. And think about this, Clint. If there wasn't the 2 mishaps from OpTic at Castle Road, besides the first Fort Courtyard, this game has been dominated by OpTic. They had 3 hills in a row where they won those spawns, but as soon as you get to Castle Road, that's where the mishaps happen.
You know, it's funny because it's like it can be described by like a couple brilliant plays and a couple mistakes, right? Like they've almost countered the mistakes with just absolute brilliance, like the time Scump flanked and they got set up for pit center, or the Octane play.
They'd be winning by 120 right now if they didn't mess up at Castle Road.
They did leave eUnited in the game. Remember now, a similar scoreline to maybe what we saw with Tainted Minds when they started to make the plays and fire back in that Gibraltar hardpoint. Can eUnited do the same is the question right now.
Yeah, with 14 seconds left, OpTic are going to give this up. Nice shots by Scump on a fellow and on the Pristini. Pristini, yeah, you're going to catch that nade. But here we go. OpTic set up for pit center. A new rotation of hills. Crim locking down that ladder room, or that gold room, sorry. We have Octane top middle. He's going to get flanked by Pristini, but the trades from both teams. Crim right now, 31-20. He's on a force spree. A great game from the Crim bot.
We've seen nothing really with regards to streaks. Is this the moment where Crim picks him up?
I just heard him getting loud.
He's trying to stay up, pushing through. There's multiple at the edge, just trying to get his health back. Now, able to re-engage is Pristini and Arcees, both on the edge. He's just dancing back and forth, trying to find any kind of opening. The hipfire, able to melt that second gunfight, though. That's a tricky one.
Yep, 30 seconds left. OpTic Gaming, they're going to want to try and break through, and maybe it's Crim. He's going on a full flame through turret. I love this play. Instead, he's going to take this free kill. Methods and Crim, they're fighting for that scrap time. There's just one player left. He gets taken down, but eUnited, they spawn there.
eUnited with the safe spawn now for Courtyard. What can they do with it? They need a stronghold here. Fellow able to take out Crim. His teammates come into the action as well. Last guy's in turret and he drops, and they've got him to spawn in real far out, kind of at backside of cave. Crim6 tries to soar out like an eagle, but unfortunately meets an STG. And this is just huge and clutch time for eUnited deep in this first hard point.
Yep, great job by eUnited to try and get a couple of players pushed out towards top middle. You even see Pristini, that number 3 arrow, but he gets taken down. Methods and Crim, each one there one-on-ones, and just like that, all of eUnited lose their gunfights, and OpTic Gaming break on through. They can't allow that to happen. The last player here, he gets shut down.
That could end up being
the biggest moment of the game.
Could be the biggest moment of the game. just giving up that break to OpTic. They're trying to fight back in. They'll obviously have Castle Road spawns for now. But this is, I mean, it's a big 15 seconds. Well, Pristini actually makes the play on the other end. So that's some game-changing time right there. I know they're going to get him out eventually, but just making it so OpTic Gaming doesn't hit that like 235, 240 mark. Pristini's still up, finally going to drop. OpTic gets none of those final 15 seconds, and now eUnited set up for Castle.
And this is the first Castle Road that we'll actually see with a proper setup.
Yeah,
no
right?
wacky spawns are in. Methods and Octane, they both find kills, though. So OpTic, there they go. They get him out of the hill, and they're doing a wonderful job right now. Octane trying to get in position, but he gets taken down by Clay.
It looks like eUnited able to stabilize. You think that first wave of kills can be scary, though. Once you get OpTic in position there and they're coming off spawn deep, it's tough to deal with. OpTic's done it to him once again. eUnited struggled to get in the hard point. They've only got, what, 7 points here, despite the fact they enjoy those opening spawns. You've got Methods standing in your front turret window, just picking up kills as you try to funnel into position. This has been so scrappy, and the longer it's scrappy, the better it is for OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, that's it. There's only 15 seconds left, but you can see eUnited, they're onto a very fast rotation. Some big gunfights going down. You have Arcity's top of the hill. Fellow, he's just trying to stay alive in turret. And there's actually a flank coming through from Pristini, and OpTic's not ready for it. That's a big 2 kills. And eUnited, they win this rotation for turret. This game not over yet. As Clayster, he gets shut down top middle.
Out by a long shot.
But you have a wonderful setup and a wonderful opportunity right here for eUnited. But Fellow, he gets cut down.
Nice kill from Scump. Not the easiest, as you obviously have a setup Fellow there in the corner. eUnited just trying to hold Arcity's weak in the corner, but pops up to pick up Scump. Is this the first time we're going to see streaks? Is Arcity's going to be able to get him? He's so close inside the hard point. His brother winning gunfights there at top steps. The lead change about to come in. eUnited can still win it here. Are we seeing another OpTic Gaming collapse on Gibraltar, Joe?
Yeah, Scump, though, he wins 2 gunfights in the middle, and that's huge. There's a stick as well. Scump with 3. Fellow, though, he's still alive. Pristini finds another one. 3 dead. In OpTic, they have to go through the cave. Just 10 more seconds in it for eUnited. Octane, he's down low. Arcee's though with that STG, he goes big and finds 2.
They just need a couple more points. Final ticks coming in. Crim gets in for a contest, but can't take the gunfight. And eUnited with a thriller in game 1. And that is back-to-back chokes on Gibraltar for OpTic Gaming. Tainted Mind stunned them. eUnited stunned them. It can't happen.
And you know that's frustrating for these guys. Again, it's... I would be going crazy.
Literally, it felt split for me with like just mistakes and incredible plays. And it's like one just costs more than the other when it boiled down to it. But what a freaking map 1. That was fun.
I would say that what you just saw in that last camera shot though was Octane going, hey, good game to Crim. You know, like Crim had an incredible game. So did Methods. They know they threw that one away. You talk about the 2 Castle Roads, that potential turret. How does nobody pick up middle there, right? Like no one watches middle where Pristini gets the 2 kills in the back. You can't allow eUnited to out-rotate you in a 4 versus 3.
And I didn't see how the second one went down, because obviously the second spawn, it was kind of chaos at the time.
Yeah.
Everybody was all over, but the first one seemed pretty clear to me. OpTic was too far pushed up. They just didn't have the correct position. At least that's what it looked like to me. And now, why this is scary though, eUnited take this hard point. This has been OpTic's best mode. They've struggled in CTF recently. They've been okay in search and destroy. Maybe we've seen some improvements in this past week, but now it's way scarier dropping that first map.
No, it definitely is. But before we get into map number 2, I believe Jess had a chance to catch up with RCs. What did RCs have to say?
Thanks, Joe. Well, Arcity said, you know, we've beat OpTic before, so we're not too worried. And he did also say that OpTic banned out a map that he had gone something like 42-3 on, so he took that as a nice little confidence boost. The other thing he added was that, you know, their main focus would be on staying calm if they had lost that hard point, because he did say they have to take these S&Ds. So this next map actually is one that I'm really particularly interested in watching, because that's exactly what Octane said as well. When I talked to him, he said, you know, that OpTic aren't really worried too much about much, but, you know, if anything, they would be worried about their S&D. So let's see how this goes. Joe, Clint, back over to you guys.
That's exactly correct. Like you think they're going to take the hard point, so then if they throw an S&D, it's not the end of the world. But now it sort of becomes the end of the world if you struggle in game 2. And yeah, I actually talked to RCs a little bit too, and we were joking around, and he just said basically, oh, finally, we've learned how to close out series. It only took until July.
Yeah, and they learned how to clutch on up, as we saw right there on that Gibraltar hard point. They just took those mistakes that OpTic made and took advantage of them. It was a wonderful game number 1. Another one that is just so frustrating for OpTic, but we're going into a St. Marie-Dumont Search and Destroy. Now, I was talking about this on the desk. OpTic Gaming in St. Marie-Dumont Search and Destroy
round 11.
have not mixed well at all. Just a lot of simple things that have gone wrong, especially when they get that bomb down, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. But yes, I will say they are strong on it. Like, it goes the distance. If they clutch up on the rounds they're supposed to win, they'd be one of the best teams at this map, but it just hasn't gone their way.
Can they fix those mistakes and tie up this series at one apiece? Because, again, the CTF has been lackluster at best as of late. That's the big hole in their gameplay they've been trying to fix. You think it'd be Surge, but recently it's more been the CTF.
And looking at the CTF for eUnited, that's their best CTF map. They're 5-1 overall, all on Arda and Forest Capture the Flag, as you would imagine. So with, you know, two ARs, eUnited 5-1 with 2 ARs like RCs and Clayster.
So, yeah, this game, too, is very,
massive.
very big. OpTic just have to brush off a tough loss in game 1, because I agree with your sentiment. Now, don't take it from us that was all OpTic mistakes. The point is they had a chance to kind of bury eUnited early and didn't. But don't take away from the fact that eUnited made some great plays and they clutched up amazingly.
Especially that turret. They realized the situation. The 2 players that spawned up cave immediately hit it. I believe it was Fellow and Arcides, and they win the gunfights. And what that does, because they win 1, there was probably a member of OpTic looking middle, and they have to look towards turret to help him out. And that opens up the lane for Pristini to find 2 towards those middle of steps, and that's when things go wrong.
Oh, man. What a series. What a division.
Plus, too, you had Scump get the 3-piece. He got 2 top middle, and he stuck a player on the hill, but Fellow went huge.
Got 2, like, right after, right? As soon as Scump got those kills, Fellow came through clutch. I thought Scump had made the play as well.
Yeah.
We had that crazy, remember that crazy into
I love Gibraltar.
Gibraltar. It was like with Rise, and like someone comes up big and gets 2 kills, but then Looney gets 3 to win
chaos.
the game. Like, that was it. I think Anaheim, right, against Red in that grand final, round 1. And remember, this eUnited team has been they've been frustrating people on this map. They got under Rise's skin for sure with the way they played. Arcides, easy pick on the cross, no smoke down. Scump can't get through.
Yeah, just no smoke towards the middle. And a guy like Arcides, he's got that airborne class, so he hopped up in that top window. That's an easy shot for him. Now you see the smoke go down, but it's a little late. Now it's a 3 versus 4. And Krim, he does get across. I don't believe that Arcides spotted him. So nades go out. Clay. Nice shot on the Krim.
Nice
little flick.
Finds Krim's eye socket there as he picks up the kill, but at the same time, Methods and Octane find him. Suddenly, it's Methods by himself, though, 1v2. Clay has snipe out. Can Methods get gunfight? There you go, 1-on-1.
He knows where Arcides is. It's been up there the whole round, but Arcides changes his position. And this might work out well for Arcides, or very bad, depending on this timing.
This is just all going to be kind of timing and guessing now.
Yeah, both players. This is going to be great for Methods.
I like this. I like this. No hesitation, dives across, grabs the bomb, hits B. Arcides nowhere near. So what does that do? Just by the location of Arcides, you got to think it's an extra 10 or so seconds for him to get in position to make a play on this bomb.
But Methods is going to think he's up top still, right? So he's got to deal with 3 different ways. This is going to just come down to another timing play.
Where would you like to see him set up? Is this the best
I mean, he planted towards the backside. I don't know. Like, he's got 3 ways to sort of mess with right now. So he's watching his flank, and Arcides is walking on in. He hears him, and he just pre-fires that corner. Now 1 versus 1. Arcides versus Methods.
Wow!
Arcides rips him off the bomb.
Wow! What a gunfight went from Arcides. Just beams him.
Then he pre-fires it.
Off the cover. Those are those gunfights, especially once you hear them, you think, I've got this. I've got the cover. I've got the easier gunfight. But Arcides, the magic man, wants none of it. Gets 3 in that round and clutches the 1v1. eUnited on the board first.
Now, the good thing for OpTic is that was a 4 versus 2. Octane and Methods were left in that position. They almost win it.
That's true. Very true.
But Arcides with 3 big kills in the first round.
And the defuse.
So, yeah, we'll have to watch his streaks. Octane versus Clay.
Peekaboo.
Just misses his elbow, and Fellow's going to jump up top restaurant. Never mind, he's going to get spotted. But Fellow finds a kill on the Scum. He jumps on out and gets Pristini, or Pristini gets him, but that was a team shot.
Man advantage to eUnited. And now Arcee's trying to get this plant down, but won't get it in time, so no extra points for him on the way to these streaks. But a nice round for eUnited. And one thing that stood out for me, too, and we haven't seen a lot of it yet, but like, remember how Fellow on those flanks, the gaps in the Rise Nation defense or offense where he was finding these timings to make plays. And you saw how frustrated somebody like TJ was after that series. He literally tweeted, "It's hard to beat stupid," because he was so flustered with how they were playing. He's like, he was like, I don't think you guys are thinking about how you play on the map. But guess what? It's working for eUnited. It's absolutely been working.
To be honest with you, as soon as that round ended, how quick it did, I was like, what is their record? They're 6-2. This is their best search and destroy as well. So this is tough for OpTic. They have some of eUnited's best maps in this series. And Fellow, yeah, just playing so aggressive. And there he goes. He has RC's help, finds that first blood. But Krim on the flank finds that kill. But look at this challenge from eUnited, just so confident. And yeah, you could see that this would catch a team like Rise off guard. They just fly out.
It certainly can. RC's got to be careful as he's still close to getting these streaks. Clayster trying to peek the corner and see if he can find anything at tower, but they're both set up on the backside of the bomb. Gets at least a little bit of information there with the stun, but RC's again has to be careful. He's going to drop Clay at the same time. OpTic get on the round, and they shut down the streaks from RC's.
Yeah, huge win for OpTic. You don't want to go down 0-3. And that just starts with Krim on the flank. That opens things up. Just handling the pressure that eUnited are putting on, especially in the middle of the map. We saw in the last attack round that eUnited had, just Fellow and Pristini with the help of Clay over top, but they just try to take restaurant control right from you.
Well, let's get into the next one. See if OpTic can get anything going in a must-win search and destroy here. Method sees Pristini poke. Some nades come over the top. He's stunned. Pristini's going to fly. Pristini's going to fly, but Method's at least able to pre-fire the edge, make sure he plays his life.
I like that from Method. So hold on to your nade, right? Use it with the team to try to find a kill inside, because you know eUnited sooner or later are going to get this bomb down. But look at this. They don't even plant the bomb. Fellow, I believe, is watching the flank. Finally, he pushes on up. Maybe just trying to wait out those nades. Bomb's going down. Methods has a nade and a smoke as well, so they're going to use those tools, that utility, to find a kill. But the flanks here from OpTic Gaming. Krim, he's just going to poke on out, maybe find Fellow.
Here we go. Wins the first gunfight. Methods, though, drops on the opposite side. You still have a two-man hit here and Scump up top.
They don't know where Clay is. They don't know where Clay is. Number 6. Clay's up top. Well, Clay's all alone now in a 1 versus 3. I thought Clay was going to make the play.
Tries to peek it. They're ready for it. Another round to OpTic Gaming as they tie this up. And now Krim, 150 points off some streaks for himself. We saw RC's get shut down from eUnited. We'll see if Krim can pick him up.
That was almost very bad. So what happened is 2 players on OpTic go all the way around, but nobody checks up top winery. And that's where Clay was hanging out with the sniper rifle the entire time. So if the timing went right, or if he had an STG of some sort or a different weapon, he kind of reflanks OpTic. And if they line on up for him, we saw what can happen on St. Marie-Dumont before.
Do you think that was a fault in the post-plant setup from eUnited?
I just don't think they knew people were on the flank. Yeah, I think it was. Like, they just weren't aware of it at all. I imagine Clay will reposition if they do go back to B, but OpTic, they win 2 rounds in a row. Now the game's tied up 2-2. And it looks like it's their turn to push up middle of the map, and this time it's Methods, and he's going to find Pristini.
That might be good. That might be good. Grenade does not connect.
Back him on up. But there's first blood for Fellow.
Remember, Krim still close to these streaks, and he does have bomb to work with. Fellow, 2 kills to go in this round. Working on an ace right now.
And look, this
now you got to think about it. Where Krim is with regards to streaks. Are you sitting for the next 45 seconds?
I think you are. And I was going to point out Pristini's position, because sometimes what happens is a lot of teams will try to rotate back to B, maybe to try to find that bomb plant, which he might do. You know, thinking, hey, they probably gave this up. But Pristini, he's in a bit of an off angle here. This could be bad for OpTic. Nade goes out. They're not going to hit anything. He's going to poke on out and find Octane. This is a big gunfight. Krim's going for it, and he finds a glide bomb.
I like that. Thought he had the kill, and he finishes it.
He's got to stay alive, though, for 15 seconds.
Yeah, get out of there. I was going to say, can you get out of the mid-street, please? And it doesn't look like they want to hunt him for now. Not enough time. You don't want to feed him any more streaks. He'd need more than a kill to grab that artillery as it stands anyway. So OpTic lose the round. Fellow does him dirty inside of red.
Yeah, they've done such a great job. The rounds they win, they control restaurant so well in that main street area. This Fellow won 2 big one-on-ones. That first blood comes against Scump. So it seemed to be like a two-pronged attack. You had Method sort of work the outside of Red, and then you had Scump go down low.
Well, you saw Krim on your screen making the play call. They want to keep him out of Red.
Yeah.
But that means
When do
they
you
give
see
up
that in
insight.
S&D?
Yeah, right? That looked like a hard point spawn.
But Methods, he spots one. Maybe he tells Krim, hey, time to call this in. Nade's going out. Is there anything to follow it up? No, but all of United have Mountain on. Can they get away? Except for Arcides. And he doesn't kill Arcides. Oh, no, this could be bad. But if OpTic have a smoke, maybe they can smoke off that bomb. There we go. Smoke's down. But that's on the inside of the site. I don't know if it's going to cover the bomb. And Fellow's going on a flank.
Oh, no. This could be disastrous for OpTic.
It will be.
Going to be disastrous. First one lined up, second one right below him. Octane able to snap to him, win that gunfight. That's a big one. 3 versus 3. 17 seconds now on the clock. They have them all at the corner. Krim's lining them up. 2 are going to drop. He's going to get all the streaks. And now it's all going to be on Arcides. Somebody's got to get on this bomb, though. Somebody's got to get on this bomb.
He was on it.
Oh, I didn't think he was on it. I saw the 2 players stacked up pre-firing. I was like, someone's got to grab it.
No, he was on it. Fellow just had
that's
to
a
get
big
one more.
round one. Big round one, because I know you use the streak and it doesn't give you a whole lot, but you get 2 more and you get the round victory.
Even if Fellow gets that kill and runs away, right? Gets that first kill and just backs on up, that probably changes things. But Krim having a great game. He's had a great series. He almost dropped 40 on Gibraltar.
He's got 8 kills in a row right now. Krim dominating, but it's still a 3-3 scoreline.
They know where Fellow is in that corner. You saw the nades come in. Smoke goes out. Krim just trying to get to the bomb. There is some pressure towards mid sandbags through that smoke. eUnited have rotated correctly, but Scump finds that first blood on Fellow. That's been such a big fight this game.
Arcides answers right back. He's got Clayster in the back line as well. Scump pushes out, wins the gunfight. Big one from him, but every time they get a kill, it's Arcides. It trades it out, but the trades effectively go the way of OpTic Gaming, and they dominate the A site.
Now, what is the difference? When we look at Anaheim for St. Marie Dumont, what OpTic would do is just send Scump up towards those front sandbags when they would get to A. This time, anytime Scump's up there, they don't even play the bomb. They play the kills and the trades. So they're making sure Scump isn't fighting one-on-ones. They're making sure it's always a 1 versus 2 in their favor.
Edge to OpTic Gaming now in this game, too. It was an incredible map number 1. It's not disappointing here in the search and destroy either. A lot of utility for Crim6. Streaks to work with. 9 kills in a row. He's 10-2.
They're pushing through this.
Method's been playing a similar position basically every round. He's so tagged up, but somehow he still stayed up. They haven't been able to wallbang him yet. He's stunned. He's running away. Plank comes in for eUnited.
Watch Fellow.
Flank,
Watch number
yep,
5.
flank from
Yep.
Fellow. How many kills did he get on Rise Nation from this position? Just shooting players in the back. He might get 2. He might get 2. They're going to line up for him. There they both are. There's 2 kills for Fellow. He does it all day. He's hitting that flank, but will it secure the round? Last man, now Octane of OpTic Gaming. Fellow starts it. Fellow finishes it.
You know what I love about that play as well for me, United? All 3 of them, besides Fellow, in case Krim was to call in a streak, they don't use Mountain. Only he uses Mountain. So in case he does call it in, they don't spot Fellow on that flank.
How many times?
And Krim is so... If he was to call in the fighter pilot, he would have been so focused on those players in the bomb site because they don't have Mountain on.
Fellow has to be so
still
frustrating. So frustrating to play here.
Yeah. You will never see them not watch the flank on both offense and defense due to that player.
I would always be wary of. 4-4 scoreline now. Pristini, very, very aggressive.
Oh my gosh.
They just fly. They just fly. They're so aggressive. I can see why it's so frustrating, man. Just no hesitation, no worry. Soars at it and finds the pick, and OpTic put on the back foot immediately.
Well, Krim finds another one. He's 11-3. But yes, I can see how that is frustrating to play against. Because to me, as an ex-pro player, that is a silly challenge. That is, as TJ Halley said, it is stupid. But it works. You know what it does? It tests your fundamentals. That's what it does. Pristini is testing your fundamentals. Are you actually expecting this gunfight? No? Well, I'm going to take it right to you.
Plant now in for OpTic Gaming. 40 seconds for eUnited to work this 3v3 defuse.
They all back up, so Krim's going to invest into some streaks here. I imagine the artillery is going to be first. It is. So that's going to waste some time. But eUnited's going to have an idea now of what's going on.
Fellow's going to have so much to deal with. Pristini, he's stretching it. He's stretching it. He's staying alive somehow. He's staying alive. He's so
Crim's
weak.
called in. Crim's
He's so
called it
weak.
in.
Pristini's going to get it. Pristini's going to get it. Pristini's going to get it. Oh, God. You have your artillery down. You think you're
He called in
good?
the fighter pilot. He called in the fighter pilot.
Oh, my God. What was that round?
He called in the fighter pilot as well. Before it could shoot, the round ended. He has no more streaks. Maybe a glide bomb.
Is there anything that could have gone worse for OpTic there?
He has nothing left.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Crim, oh, man. If I told you Crim almost dropped 40 on Gibraltar and it was 12-3, would you imagine he'd be down 0-2 in a series?
No.
Probably not. Well, eUnited, they know there's no more streaks left. And look at Fellow and Pristini. 5-7. Look at those numbers and where they are. How is OpTic going to do this? This is going to be so difficult.
Well, they've got to do it if they're going to get to around 11.
And then Clay goes on a flank.
Flank upon flank upon flank is OpTic getting picked apart. It's going to fall to Octane and Scump to get this clutch done. Now, all down to Scump. Scump's lined up. eUnited has done it. They're up 2-0, and Clayster's letting them know.
I'm not playing eUnited on this map. I am actually... I'm frustrated, and I'm just watching casting. Like, I couldn't imagine playing against that. If it's not Clay, it's Fellow. If it's not Fellow, it's Pristini running at you. And then they just diffused through an artillery. So that happened.
And, I mean, we've seen that. It happened, God, who just did it? It was like last week, I believe. It's not the first time we've seen it. If you're on the edge of it, sometimes you can survive.
Dude, you know how frustrated does OpTic have to be?
Oh,
you lose that map one.
They're tilted off the face of the earth.
This series has to be done, right? Like, if OpTic comes back and takes this, like, to the distance, like...
Their brains are on a different plane.
Yeah, dude. This is ridiculous.
They traveled to another plane. eUnited up 2-0. Two incredibly tight and entertaining games. But now OpTic have to perform the reverse sweep. Can they bring it back? We'll find out after this quick break. Welcome back to a insane series right now between eUnited and OpTic Gaming. eUnited up 2-0. There have been some crazy plays, some wild moments. Frustrating ones, surely, for the OpTic Gaming side, but hell, as the score stands, eUnited up 2-0 and looking to take this game.
Yeah, well, as we were talking to that break, I just noticed that in that Hardpoint, Pristini was like 41 and 39. We were talking so much about Crim's stat line. Shout out to you, Pristini. You had a great game one, so I didn't notice that. But yeah, man, what a series it's been.
Well, let's take a look at the scuff play of the game. This is going to be the ninja that comes in from Pristini. And now, just to clarify one thing, I've seen pros talk about this, and I've never really thought about it too much, but when you have Mountain on, which he does.
Denied that.
RC's did deny. Okay, I saw Rated and Slasher people talking about it, basically saying when you have Mountain and you're in this artillery, it doesn't exactly target the character's model, which, okay, maybe that got shot down, but I saw a couple players talking about it. He takes a couple hits, but still able to stick it. And
he died.
He did. It was the fighter pilot. He got the fighter pilot kill at the very end. If that comes in a half second earlier, well, I think that's exactly what Crim's thinking.
So maybe it does, but Chance asked RC's, and he didn't think he does. So maybe it's a secret. Nobody knows.
I saw that. I mentioned. I think it happened like a week or two ago, and I saw the same conversation on Reddit. Like, if you have Mountain on, does it actually target you inside there, or does it just sort of randomly hit? And if you survive, you do. It's a little bit of luck to it.
So Rambo Ray or Sledge, if you're watching,
I'm not sure.
You debunked the trees on Arden Forest. Could you let us know about Mountain and Artillery?
Artillery confuses.
Thank you, Maven and Merc. We would appreciate it.
Artillery confuses me 99% of the time. But
yeah.
The fact is, he gets the defuse, and it's just a gutsy play for Pristini. Maybe a bit of luck on his side, but they get the defuse. They ultimately take the map, and eUnited sitting pretty.
Yeah, and what a map it was. I mean, when you watch eUnited, just how aggressive guys like Fellow and Pristini are on the map, even Clay in some sneaky situations, they just force the team to always be aware of their flank. Like, I was literally saying, like, I could be so frustrated watching this, but they had the chance, and Crim was 12 and 3, had a great game. Number 2, had the streaks.
Crim's going off.
Yeah.
Crim is absolutely going off. Just eUnited getting it done as a team right now. Finally playing like a cohesive 4-man unit. The inconsistencies seem to be gone. I know we're looking at a small pool here just this week.
You gotta imagine if you're OpTic, you're just probably like, this. Nobody wants us to win right now.
What is eUnited going through? It was, what, eUnited Rise OpTic this week?
Unilad.
What did I say? Oh, eUnited, yeah, Unilad. Yeah, Unilad. So that would be, wow, what a week if they can close out this series. But can OpTic Gaming bring it back? If they're going to do it, it's right here, and they're all dead. An early push. One's going to spawn deep. That's Methods. That's a big opening gunfight.
Yeah, great kill by Methods on the Clay. It was just due to he died so early that when the rest of his teammates went down, he had the chance to still spawn up. Finds another one as well, so 2 kills from Methods. That'll slow down the push at eUnited. Now, again, on this map, first of all, CTF has not been good for OpTic. They've lost like 4 or 5 in a row going back to Anaheim. So definitely not their strongest game mode right now. And then for eUnited, they are a great 5-1 on this map.
Oh, another opportunity comes in for eUnited. They're able to get the pull. Everybody dead from OpTic. Pristini clear to run this home. And in the first minute, it's eUnited getting on the board. They still have a big presence here. You still have Clayster. Well, RC's just dropping. It's really just Clay, but keeping them at bay, making sure there's no counter opportunity. They can't get across the map. This is great stuff from eUnited.
Now, I looked down at a piece of paper. Can you tell me what just happened? Because I had no idea.
Pushed through, found the kills, got the flag out. I mean, there's basically one player at Cabin that maybe had a chance to make a play but wasn't able to win the gunfight. Just eUnited bullying their way in.
OpTic finally get out. A couple of kills the other way. They're trying to take over middle of the map, but Fellow and Clayster are locking down this Cabin side of the map. Still have Crim and Octane alive towards the middle. And Crim might go on a little bit of a flank, but that spawn Bell, that's going to be our cities. Yeah, he would have held Clay out anyways, and Fellow and Clay lock it down, getting 4 kills. And, well, guess what, OpTic, you're stuck behind that bridge once again.
The series has been frustrating. These opening 2 minutes have been frustrating for OpTic. Continuously fighting off spawn, like you said, and they're just running into positions of power where eUnited keep winning gunfights. Crimsix, though, able to make the play, but on the other end, it's Pristini's getting a flag touch. He's going to have a one-on-one. Crimsix going to have to do it all. He cleared out Ruins. Now with a chance to make a play. Pristini wasn't sure where he went. Crimsix is continuing right where he left off. Brilliant opening 2 games, making clutch plays in CTF as well.
Yeah, and I thought Pristini was going to try and run that Cabin, but that would have been bad because the first player of OpTic actually spawned Cabin. So that was a great heads-up play by Pristini. Tried to force the one-on-one, maybe catch Crim on a weird timing, right? Maybe Crim thinks he's going to try and rush it down middle of the map. Instead, Krim turns around. Well, he's on 5 in a row, up to 650. So one more kill, and he'll be on those streaks. And OpTic, they have a chance here. There is still one player capping wall, but that was Clay. So here we go. OpTic with really what seems like their first, attack throughout this half.
Key guy here going to be at number 5. It's Scump towards mid-map, and he's going to drop, so the pinch falls apart. You have no one that can collapse from mid. It makes Krim rotate. Now he's in trouble. He's trying to work on these streaks. Don't even worry about kind of a flag opportunity right now with your 2-man up. Just try to get a kill. Well, now think about it, as Octane cuts down the entire back line. Octane almost kills everybody. Krim wants to fly out, and the headshot comes in. Fully streaked out, flag in his hands, 6 kills in a row. And Scump pre-firing the edge, ready and loaded here inside of Broken. There's the tying score.
Yeah, Scump's got 3. So the first kill he got was actually on Clay, who overextended right off the spawn, and I was worried about it because he played super patiently. So the couple of players that just spawned up for OpTic, they played it correctly. Scump able to clear out his base, and he finds 2 more. As those guys, they overextend through ruins. He's got the cutoff and easy 2 kills. But yes, Crim6 still really the man of the match right now for OpTic Gaming. He's got full streaks, and he's not slowing down right now, going for another flagpole. He has not died yet, by the way, and he wins another one, and this could be another opportunity.
Krim.
He is taking over.
Krim. He has been so damn good. The one player consistently destroying eUnited. Somebody else got to step it up with him, but there's a second score. He scored
called
twice.
Streak. Yeah, called in.
Yeah.
There we go. Looks like he's opting for the artillery, so he's going to put it back bunker. But those players are going to get away. I don't know if I like that. I would have loved to see the fighter pilot right there. I really would have, especially when you have this sort of pinch developing, but Methods gets kills. And there we go. They find the 4th one. It works out anyways. Methods had to do it with his gun, though. But you're still on a 13 in a row for right now for OpTic. They have not slowed down whatsoever. If they score this, there is still a chance for them to get another flag. But actually, Krim got the artillery, so that's why he did that.
Yep, picked it up again. Just overlapping these streaks. 8 in a row. He had an 8 streak in the search and destroy. Finally going to drop, but not before the damage is done. 3-1 advantage. Octane has some streaks. Finally, OpTic Gaming looking like OpTic Gaming and capture the flag.
And I don't know the last time Krim is... Obviously, he's had some great series. But this reminds me of, like, old Krim, like Complexity Krim, like when he would just take over a game and nobody wanted to play against him. Like,
I mean, he's
so effective on the map.
I mean, he's definitely had some incredible series in this game. And back when he was the AR, he obviously was brilliant as well. When he first started with sub, he was dominant. But a series like this, where every single map he is just destroying, I feel like they only come around a couple times a year. You're seeing a real gym out of Crim6, but they're still down 2-0. That's the big thing. Everything he does to this point, it seems like eUnited still getting the better of them. And eUnited now on this side of the map, I mean, you give them a chance. The problem is you have 5 streaks, maybe a 6th coming in. Well, there's the 6th. You have 6 streaks on the map for OpTic.
It's going to be tough for eUnited. They still have the half, and they are on the good side, but as you said.
How good is that, though, from OpTic? Like, the fact that, think about the first 2.5 minutes. It was all eUnited. It was all eUnited.
Yeah. But again, like after that break, you saw Teef go up to the stage, and I can imagine Teef's probably like, listen, I'm frustrated watching this. I know you guys are frustrated, but you should have had maybe not won both maps, but you should have at least won one of those maps. Like, you guys are in this series, you're outplaying them for the most part. Just keep your head in it and extend this series, and we'll see if they can do that. As eUnited, they're starting to put some pressure on, but a 2-flag lead pretty safe on Arden Forest.
Yeah, and again, all the streaks for days. They just have to have constant pressure for basically the next 4 minutes of gameplay. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Get these streaks one by one out of the hands of OpTic Gaming. They have to invest one of their 2 glide bombs there, but still a full arsenal at their disposal.
RC was trying to play sneaky, but he got, stunned. He got tagged. And, well, Krim's already in a position to get some spawn kills. Scump on the other side of the map finds Pristini with a trade. And, well, they are not slowing down. Here we go. OpTic. No, there's one player left, and it's going to be Arcides. He's in the back. And Krim, he's going to have a free kill. There we go. And flag is away, and I love this. Call the fighter pilot right away. Yes, Scump watching that cross. He's not going to find much, but he can at least get some shots off potentially to find something. Now it's on Octane. You saw Clay. He was going towards that wide bunker side. Octane able to win that gunfight. Couple more players still here, but this should be a flag cap for OpTic. And plus, you still have Krim. Look where Krim is still.
They line up. Methods get
more
both.
streaks.
There's the next touch. Streaks just everywhere across the OpTic Gaming side. is a win like this, if they close it out,
Yeah.
it's a big one. It's a big one if you're going to bring this back in a reverse sweep. And I think you're exactly right. They know they could have won both of those maps. There were some devastating and frustrating bits to it. But another one through. It's 5-1. 5 flags on Arden Forest is rare. There's still 2:45 to go.
Oh, they have so many streaks. They're just going to rain them down now. Is there a white flag option? Can we wave it? eUnited, they're in a tough spot. So during that whole thing,
tough. Yeah, that's one way to put it.
during that whole thing, we got a DM from Josh, and he thinks what he says is that Rated believes, and all of Europe COD believes, if you have Mountain on with the artillery, the missiles won't target you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not sure, but that would make sense if that's how it happened.
Oh,
right?
it would make sense.
Because we've seen people survive it when you're like in a divot or something a little below the ground and thought maybe that was the case. But Mountain, I mean, heck, it worked.
I believe Rated
Whatever
said,
it was,
I
it
really
worked.
am teaching right now. Yeah. Pristini, he's able to find one, but
Yeah,
yeah, dude, good luck. So many streaks. There he is. He's just going to spot him at the end. Does get into the cabin wall, and that's where his teammates spawned up. Artillery is going to go down towards that ice. They have Mountain on, so there's still a potential for him to get through it. Nade goes down. He's got to just try and go for this. But yeah, Arceus has to run on back through. Fellow's going to kill him. Fellow's like, screw it. I'll go for this. Here we go. Whee! He's got airborne on, so he's really fast. He's going to put it away. But still, 3 flags, 90 seconds, and still more streaks.
Yeah, we did see, what was it, a 5-1 comeback Tainted Minds did to OpTic on London Docks. Very different. Yeah,
4 minutes left.
Very different scenario, though. If that happened here.
I don't even know if you can get 3 flags
You're right.
in 60 seconds. It's probably right around that time.
A really solid effort from the entire OpTic side on this map 3.
I mean, just to bounce back like that, like, you know how frustrating those 2 games were. And it seems for OpTic like that, this is continuing to happen. So I'll tell you what, if you're an OpTic fan, which I know there's a lot of you out there, the honeymoon period's great, but there's going to be a time after a honeymoon period where you're going to be challenged, and these 4 guys have to come together as a group and try to put it together, try to make it work.
Maybe a reverse sweep like this is...
And you want it to happen right now. Make Stage 2 playoffs, get all those silly mistakes out of their system before champs. Of course, that's what every fan's hoping for.
You got to think this has Game 5 written all over it. It is not easy to beat OpTic Gaming in 1 Hardpoint, much less 2. But if anyone can do it,
yeah,
it might be the
eUnited's been doing.
Incredibly hot eUnited squad. They have been a treat to watch this week. Toughest schedule of the week. Looked it in the eye and said, we don't care. But they can't close it out in 3-0 fashion. OpTic now on the board.
I'll tell you what, Tainted Minds has something to say about that, because Tainted Minds had to play Complexity Rise option in LG.
Right. There were some tough ones out there.
But yeah, this series not over yet. Going to a game number 4.
It was Docks, right?
Docks.
And that's I think it's a good map for both of them, right?
Let's take a look. Hardpoint, London Docks for both teams. OpTic Gaming 9-1, eUnited 7-3.
Yeah, so solid map for both. And they played a ton.
And I think we haven't touched on this, but that is great to see for OpTic because they've lost a lot of CTFs in a row. So for them to bounce back, especially in that dominant fashion on a mode they've been struggling on, is a good thing.
Small win after small win. Hope to turn it into a big one at the end of the series if they can push it to a Game 5 and maybe do it. But I don't know. I mean, it's usually you think of eUnited, that team coming from behind and stealing series like they do against Rise Nation. I mean, typically when OpTic get their victories, they just kind of beat people to death, get it done in 3-1, 3-0, 3-1 fashion. But they've got the potential to do it, especially after that CTF. Like, that was just such an impressive performance. You got to think the vibes went from as negative as they could be to feeling pretty strong now.
So we're doing this, right? At least taking it to a Game 5, which I would love a Game 5 because I want to watch more eUnited Search and Destroy. Because it is, I mean, they just have a special style right now. And that'll be Valkyrie Search, where, again, you can get pretty darn creative.
Can OpTic take the Docks to push it to the Game 5? Do you have any, tell me one player from each side you really think needs to go big here in this 4th map?
For eUnited, I'm going to go Arceus. For OpTic Gaming, I'm going Scum.
Okay. Keep an eye on those guys throughout it. See what they're able to do. It was, yeah, I mean, yesterday, if you think back to OpTic's Hardpoints, they had a crazy close London Docks. They had a really close Gibraltar as well, so they've been playing these maps. It's just they've started to look a little vulnerable, and by that it means they've just had a couple of losses, which usually for them in Hardpoint, they were pretty far in between.
Well, the one London Docks we saw yesterday for OpTic, they beat 10 and minus 250 to 50.
Yeah, that's true.
So we know this.
What was the second one they played? They played. I swear they played again. It was a really close Docks. I remember Scump had that 7 spree up.
Oh, Complexity, right?
Yeah, I think it was a pretty crazy game if I remember correctly.
It was against Complexity. Well, it was like the second half. It was really close, and in the second half they exploded. They won like 250 to 170.
Just waiting to load into this map 4. And again, I mean, no one's really safe at this point. Like,
no.
You feel like you are though if you win this. I mean, maybe not yet, but more than likely.
Well, I think OpTic's 7-3 right now.
I'd have to see the standings again.
I think they are 7-3, so that would put them at 8-3, which we think Rice is pretty safe about that.
Yeah.
And then for eUnited, they are 6-4, so that would put them at 7-4.
And if you're, I guess, if you're LG in the back, Complexity in the back, or fans of either of those teams, you're praying for the OpTic reverse sweep right now, as eUnited is likely your best chance to maybe hop into the top 4. Krim goes right through the smoke, but can't find the opening. Methods from Fire just doing what damage he can. Fellow comes flying at him, gets him weak enough that the grenade will trade him out. All the time thus far to eUnited. Crim6 finally able to get to the hard point.
Yep, he's going to find a couple of players, Pristini and Fellow. He stuns Fellow up. Methods is able to go there for the trade. But watch that main street. Those arrows, that's Clay and RC is starting to push up that side. But yeah, Scump who's able to find a couple of kills. These last 20 seconds should go the way of OpTic, but eUnited, they have changed their objective. They're focused on the second hill, but Octane's here locking it down. Methods tried going on a very long flank at the top of our screen. That was the 6th arrow. He got shut down, so good job by eUnited to be aware of that and actually get that player off of the scrap time. So here we go, eUnited in a very strong spot, but Methods, he still has some help. He's alive. Him and Krim, they win gunfights, and there's the pinch. You see the top spawn come in for OpTic, and this is not good for eUnited.
Pristini, last one up, will get picked inside the hard point. But now Main Street, devoured by OpTic Gaming. Scump, nice shots through the stun to pick up the kill. Methods washing the back with a bar. He's put damage into just about everybody. Can they get any grenades over the top? Maybe slow it down. They're just going to hold the edge. There comes the grenade in. Methods back to safety. And no help there as he's going to drop. And nice little clearance with 30 seconds left for United.
I'm actually surprised Fellow was able to stay alive because he was stunned up. He was naded up. Not able to get taken down. OpTic still have some presence here, though. Octane, he pushes it. Methods and Scump, they go as well. So 20 seconds or so will go the way of United. But OpTic, they already have players set up for Lower Docks Warehouse. Methods and Octane, those ARs locking it down. So they have the bar STG set up right now. Can we check RC's really quick? Can we see what he's working with? So we had a bar for him, and then let's check Clay. So we have the same thing, bar STG for both our AR duos.
Similar play style then. We've seen so many on this particular map. We'll keep an eye to see if there's any changes maybe throughout the course of the map. Nice job by OpTic Gaming. They get set up inside, and there's a lead change for them. Scump trying to push the water steps, has multiple players to work with and can't deal with it. Octane, though, comes back through barrel and is able to, oh, sorry, Crim6 comes back through barrel and is able to pick up a kill. Just trying to buy as much time for Methods, just sitting here.
I mean,
soak up time, find easy gunfights, and maybe pick up these streaks.
United are giving this up already. Look at the right side of the map. You have number 3, Pristini, going all the way to underground. This is a perfect hold. I mean, United didn't even get close to touching this hill, but they're focused on barrel. Now look at Scump at the back of the map. Not going to expect Fellow and Pristini to be back here. So some big gunfights going down for United. You took the risk to rotate at 30 seconds. You have to make it pay off. Krim, he takes down Clay. RC's is here. As you said, you have a 2 versus 2, but this goes the way of OpTic. They have the numbers. That player is going to spawn on out Main Street. And OpTic Gaming, they're locking it down as you have Methods who's able to get a streak.
And, God, that like hurts you twofold for United. Because not only do you lose the rotation, but if you win that, more than likely, it's very difficult for Methods to break in.
Well, it's not over yet. They're able to break it that way.
Well, he gets a glide bomb, but you're still able to bounce right back. Great stuff from eUnited. A point in the game where it could have really gotten ugly.
It definitely
wow,
but Arcides, he finds 3. Pristini, he's top middle now. Look where they have OpTic spawning. So the rotation, it doesn't pay off, but the next push does, and this is what they wanted. It knew it'd put them right back in the game. I love that play. Heads up for eUnited, but this will tie the game up.
If one thing, you have that early rotation, yes, you lose it, but OpTic kind of all over the place. They don't have the perfect setup in that scenario, so you still spawn close, and you're able to flood again, right? So it pays off in the end, even though it was a little bit more difficult to get through. Now let's take a look at the crane setup. As OpTic up 24.
These players are spawning so deep, though, for eUnited. Yeah, as soon as Clay goes down, look at the positioning. They all spawned at old.
So Methods, you have this glide bomb. You're getting real close to another one. I would say use it, yeah, why not?
Be careful, though.
100 points
that number
off.
5 needs to watch him. If Fellow pushes up, he's going to find Methods. Instead, that was such bad time. Well, it could have been bad timing.
Did he not spawn him, or was it timing?
I think Fellow was actually trying to dodge the glide bomb. Then he goes towards that inner door when Methods is still in there. So now Methods working on some more streaks. He's 16-6.
He finally dropped. All right, so he just got the glide bomb, but stellar performance thus far. But OpTic Gaming have not been able to put away eUnited. A lot of the times they do, it's behind a lot of streaks. Whether it's Hardpoint or CTF, like you saw, a legion of streaks they're able to pick up.
He talked about the change. There's Octane, pulled out a second bar. So a double bar set up now for OpTic.
Maybe more streaks, and if he gets help, might not need help. Octane does it by himself again. He's had so many moments in the past couple of days where he's getting swarmed, and he takes on 2, 3, 4 players as he keeps chopping them down like lumber. Give me them all. All the streaks now in. Finally drops to the final player. But God, does he have like what seems like game-breaking moments, man.
You know what we talked about complexity, and just them not getting their streaks and how that just goes against them. Guys like Dashy and Blastful are always like 1 or 2 kills away. There was a couple of players they should watch. It's probably Methods and Octane, because this OpTic Gaming team has so many streaks.
Octane gets him in kind of naughty ways recently.
Yeah, Methods plays for him overall.
Yeah, Waze, can you basically be Jesus Christ for 30 seconds and just kill everyone? God. Not that he did kill anyone. All right, so right back into the action as OpTic Gaming continues to push open this lead. Oh, God.
RC's and Pristini, they find some kills. RC's maybe trying to, he misjudged that flank as Octane spawned driveway. It was a good idea. Couple kills go the way of OpTic, but they have the close spawns. Now come the streaks from OpTic Gaming. Doesn't find any, but weakens them up back there. Maybe they still have spawn protection, but yeah, Methods here with an SCG and a bar. He's just got all the weaponry he could want. Pre-fire, Glazer takes down his teammate, and he's the last one up as the rest of his team spawns low water.
Yeah, I mean, the team kill doesn't come in. Maybe you have a 2-on-1 there that you can kind of push him out before the reinforcements come in, but as it stands, it makes it a lot easier for Methods to deal with the pressure as he's snapping back and forth, trying to make a highlight reel for himself. Like you said, he's got both guns, just swapping back and forth, trying to reload. Just a turret here inside the hardpoint.
Yeah, 15 seconds left to eUnited. They're going to rotate. Well, that's basically where they spawn. So they say, you know what? We're just going to stay here. Clayster, he's got some presence coming in. There we go. They're going to use the glide bomb. They're going to need driveway control as they're going to hit it from both sides. Clay, he's actually going to get spawn killed. That is unfortunate. He spawns up at the old hill, and now look at his spawn. It's towards that underground. So this is a chance for OpTic to win 2 hills in a row. But hey, they have close spawns, so they're going to at least contest this.
Pristini goes big. Now, can Methods get a kill and get the time inside? Can he get the kill and get the objective points? The second kill tries to pre-fire the edge, but not able to do it. At least gets one. So you at least have a glide bomb and a fighter pilot left.
The bad thing is, though, is they artillery their side, so they can't get in contest. Now it just goes away, though. But Krim and Octane find some kills. Pristini's still alive. Can he find some streaks potentially? Oh, not able to find the second. Scump cleans him up. So this 80-point lead, it's going to continue to grow as OpTic break on in once again.
And they'll enjoy those top spawns once again. And it's just what, I think a glide bomb, a fighter pilot, and Scump working towards some as well. Glide bomb invested early in this one as the rotation's coming in. Want to make it difficult. RCDs, he gets tucked away inside a Cole. But Methods ready and waiting in barrel building. And in the back, you have Crim6 already set up underground. They're looking poised to hold this. They got to get somebody in the hard point. Now Scump going to get set up, and that just gets him closer to streaks.
It's just so tough when you have those streaks, especially the glide bomb when they come in during rotation. So OpTic are just able to get the scrap time and find the rotation. 3 go dead. You have Pristini alive in the back. not able to win that. Now, Scump has streaks and OpTic Gaming. They should put the game away right here. Clint, we're headed to a map 5.
What has been the biggest difference? It's like when they get streaks like this in the CTF and the docks. And I know there are moments that lead to those streaks, right? It's the setups, it's the rotations, it's the gunfights they're winning. It's an insane plays for someone like Octane. But when they're just calling in streak after streak down the stretch, you can't beat them. It basically, it buries that comeback scenario. Like when eUnited's coming back in that Gibraltar, if OpTic has 5 streaks to work with, well, it's a little bit trickier. You don't get to that spot. And now, it's game 5, baby. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. This has been a fun series.
It has been a fun series so far. Well, the first 2 games, the 2 after that have been controlled by
keep
OpTic.
smiling. Keep smiling.
Yeah,
That's got to feel great.
Clapping over there. He's getting pumped up. He's, hey, we learned how to play again.
It's the first time I've smiled in 2 weeks. Thanks, guys.
I think Sam as well. I tell you, he had a little smile. He's like, man, I went off that game.
So now all the pressure obviously was on OpTic. Once they go down 2-0, they're feeling the pressure. They've been struggling as of late. Now, though, it shifts to eUnited. You see Clay on his feet yelling. Clay throwing out like a choke symbol.
Yeah.
Now it's like, now it might be us throwing this series. A game 5 coming up next. A huge one for Division B as these teams fight for top 4 for the $500,000 playoff. Who's going to take it? Will it be OpTic? Will it be eUnited? Find out after this break. Welcome back to a riveting and sensational series between eUnited and OpTic Gaming. It's an interesting one because obviously OpTic fans rooting for OpTic, eUnited fans rooting for eUnited. But then you've got LG fans in the mix, Complexity fans in the mix. This affects the top four so much. This game 5, so crucial. And talking with guys like Slack, that it comes down to a lot of like who you want to maybe tie with, like who you have the tiebreaker over. It's going to be so interesting. But let's get in to this game 5. OpTic offense first. Valkyrie search and destroy.
Seeing eUnited, they're going to give up that A site. We've seen this time and time again, but Fellow almost rips Crim off that position. I feel like if Fellow had a bar there, he might have had that kill. But he has the STG, so he backs on down. Still OpTic. They've burned 30 seconds off this clock. They don't have much map position. Fellow is just trying to find something. He's really the lone man here.
Just wait him out. I mean, we've seen this from, like, I remember when we casted Rise sometimes. Their offense really patient, really slow. Wait for somebody to over-execute and then catch him. And then catch him. Once you have that 4v3 advantage, now you push the break. But as soon as I say that, it does get traded out. Nice grenade from Fellow. Clayster peeks and takes out Octane. Fellow almost snaps, but Scump able to take it. 2v2. 30 seconds on the clock. Methods, nice shots. Arcides, though. RC's a chance. Arcides definitely has a chance. 1 versus 1. Arcides, Scump. He sees him, and Scump able to clutch up in the 1 versus 1. Uses the cover, hits the shots. He better not have missed there because RC's look to be on point.
And I love what I'm seeing out of OpTic so far because they know how creative and sneaky eUnited are. They're not playing the bomb. They're not giving them an opening. You saw Clay, he got caught off. Pristini, he tried to go on a bit of a flank. He got caught. So OpTic playing this a lot more patient because they know what happened to him on St. Marie. But St. Marie, there's a lot more room to move for eUnited. But still, you could see how we're at least playing that offense, just waiting them out. Even in that 1 versus 2, they didn't go for that bomb plant. They knew RC's was going to peak, and Scump goes big and wins that 1v1.
The peak. Ooh, they almost lined up in a big way, but he's not able to hit it. And Crim6 gets 2. Crim6 gets 3. Get the Crim. Show me the ace. Is he going to be the one to find it? It doesn't look like it. We can get back to Clay. I thought maybe the ace was coming to him, but not going to happen. 3 big kills, and Crim, his imprint on this series continues to grow. Who's going to be that guy to counter? Does it have to be Clay? Is Clay the one that has to be Mr. Map 5? Because these are 2 guys that in their careers have been called that, both at one time during the course of their long, tenured careers. They've both been called Mr. Map 5.
They have?
I've called him that, I think.
Okay.
Okay, I think, yeah, it might have just been me.
All right. No, but yeah, obviously 2 very clutch search and destroy players. I mean, if you're going to stop Crim, though, he's playing with a lot of aggression. You have to look at the likes of Pristini and Fellow. Clay's a guy who likes to get set up, right? Likes when the bombs go down and he can clutch 1 versus 2. At that situation, that's when he is the Mr. Map 5. But who's going to set those plays up for him? That might be Arcides who finds 2. Octane, though, is there with a trade on Pristini, so still doable in a 2 versus 3. You have Octane, you have Crim. Crim's still up, so very doable. But Clayster, he peaks now 1 versus 3. Clay going for that shot. But yeah, just a lot of different play styles. But a great 2 kills out of Arcides.
A lot of time to work with for Octane, but obviously a very tough situation. Want to close the gap, I think, as much as you can. Those kind of street-to-street gunfights, not going to be as easy with the bar. And obviously easy to get out of. That's one you want to try and take, but obviously Clay sitting there pre-firing, or sorry, holding the edge. Able to take it. I got Octane making a bullet in. Oh, he had a chance. Oh, not
what
really.
Chance?
He's got smoked.
He shot one bullet.
No, I'm saying once I saw Clay miss a couple, I was like, he gave him a little bit of a window, but
no,
he would have had to snap perfectly there.
That fire rate, that kill cam.
That's true. It slows it down so much. It's like he had a second. No,
STG's got a laser.
Yeah, he had like 0.2.
It's a big win for eUnited. That would have put OpTic up 3-0. Just gets their footing back into the game, Just give yourself a little confidence. So they go back towards elbow. We saw this the round before, and Crim just jumped out. But OpTic, they go for the 3 stack over here. And Methods, wow, big one-on-one gunfight. And Arcides misses that snipe. So now you have a man advantage for OpTic. And look at how they're playing this, just so together.
I mean, I guess if there's anything That's good for, well, either team, really. You've had so many extended series recently, like lots of game 5s, going through the gauntlet. The pressure's been on. I mean, that's been the history of eUnited this year. But just recently, this past week, I mean, OpTic has been pushed the limit a couple times. Can they clutch up? Can they close out this series?
Stun goes out. I believe that was from the United side. With 30 seconds left, they're going to go B.
This is all going to come to Octane now.
At least to slow them down. The rotation's going to be fast, though.
Oh, yeah,
look at where
absolutely.
Scump is. Like, it's going to come quick.
And
I don't know if they have nades. So they do have a nade, and there's a first kill, though. And that's all he needed was find one. Now the nades come through for Methods.
Now you have basically no time.
Stun goes out.
You're going to get the plant down, but it's basically a 3-on-1. I thought they were going to push and hope that they just had one player to deal with as the bomb is getting planted, but now it comes through. Bristini takes the first gunfight. They've got a chance in this. No trade in, despite the fact that he's weak in the corner. He gets caught. It's now all on Fellow. Fellow flies out, but Crim6 again going big. 6 and 2. Maybe a little bit scarier than it needed to be,
yes,
but
I think so.
As that first trade didn't come in, I saw you get a little stressed.
Well, I mean, these are just the situations that OpTic have lost, right? You have 3v2 man advantage. You have to figure out those situations. The communication has to be there. So, yes, I was worried, right? Because that's the mistakes we've seen. Scump just flies out, and there's nobody there. But, yeah, they win the round. Crim finds 2. So now a 3-1 lead for OpTic Gaming. And I believe on the, well, Persini did find a couple of kills that round, but before he was 0-3. So good to get him going because, you know, we saw how aggressive he was on St. Marie. Clay, he's going to have a lot to do. Scump gets into that position. Methods finds that first blood on Pristini. Smoke goes down.
He's got to back up so quick.
Does OpTic back up? Do they just rotate back to A after the first blood? That's what I'm thinking. But it looks like they're going to try and push on up. They're taking it to Clayster. He finds one and gets away with his life.
Now Fellow's here. Clay will drop. Fellow did get position, though. Can he win the one-on-one with Scump able to do it? Bomb getting planted in the back. Octane's going to get it up. Knows Fellow's position.
Octane's on an island. This could be up to Methods in a 1v2. Yeah.
That'll be the play. Methods has to do it. 30 seconds on the clock. Fellow right on top of that bomb. Methods takes the first gunfight. Fellow not going to be able to stick it.
That was one of those situations where Fellow holds that. He probably has it. Here's the wide peek for the bomb. Doesn't see anything. He peeks and he gets a gunfight. Methods with the 1 versus 2.
He called it, Joe. Octane on an island. Method's going to have to 1v2, and he does just that.
Now, I will say...
Oh, the bar hit fire bullet. He just melted him.
I would have loved if the OpTic played that a little bit patient. You know, maybe backed it on up. Just sort of spread out eUnited once again. Get them thinking, but they take it to B. And it comes down to that clutch situation, and you love to have players that you can trust just there in Methods. Yeah, he clutches that one on up. Beautiful play from him.
4-1 the advantage for OpTic. What does eUnited have left in the tank? They need to bring it back. They need to start getting rounds now. It's gotten scary. They fly in, but Scump finds the first. Crim6 lines up one. Can't finish the second through the smoke, so it is going to be a 2 versus 2. Method's just crawling his way on forward. Bomb carrier Fellow holding inside of ventilation. Octane, incredible shots there.
Yep, 5-1 lead now for OpTic Gaming. They are rolling. They look comfortable. This is their best search and destroy map. They are 4-1 in this one. eUnited is 2-2. Now here we go. What does eUnited have left? That's what you're saying. And
now you're thinking about that choke symbol.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
I stole it. I'm sorry, buddy.
No,
I'm sorry.
I was just going to say we have to see OpTic Gaming after they win. I want to see if there's any reaction.
Yes, please.
Please.
Production team, if you hear us, I got to see.
If
they get a little bit spicy after this.
They still got to win one more round. But Methods, he's on 5 in a row. Stun goes out. And you saw the adjustment made from eUnited. I like the aggressive play. Try to catch OpTic off guard, but OpTic were ready. And now OpTic, they go back to that round 1 setup. Just very slow. Try to work your pick. Yeah, Pristini in this closet. They might catch him out.
If any team can bring it back, it might be this eUnited squad. But a lot to do. And like you said, yeah, bringing it back to this patient setup. Who will get antsy? Last time I believe it was Pristini that got picked first.
You could see, man.
He wants to go so bad.
Yeah, he does. He's holding it in. That urge.
He's held on a leash.
Here we go.
Let me go.
He gets to back on up, and they went for the bait and switch. I love that play out of OpTic. Scump and Methods. Nade now out. Crim trying to take that gunfight on RCs. That's going to give them some map position. You saw Methods try to sneak on up. I think they're going to see Crim, but I don't know if they're going to know Methods is there, right? If I'm Methods, maybe I go. Instead, Scump finds a first blood on Pristini. That opens up the A-bomb site. You have Octane working the middle. He might get caught out. That's Felony. That's a great pick from him. 3v3 now.
Crim has gotten, it feels like, 3 different players, one shot, but hasn't been able to finish it.
They got a plant.
They get it planted. 2 versus 2 now. This could be for the game. Crim6 and Scump.
A duo.
Trying to hold inside for the win. So many times of their careers they've been in this position. Can they do one more? Fellow comes in. Fellow gets picked up. 1v1. 20 seconds on the clock. Crim6 versus Arcides. Arcides has to bring it to him. Has to bring it to him. And of course, it is with Crim6. I love it. What a series. What a series. That had, it feels like there were just 10 phenomenal moments throughout the course of that best of 5. Just spectacular moments from either team. What a battle. But in the end, I think it says a lot about this OpTic team. Like, eUnited feel very good about this week. They go 2-1 through the gauntlet, right? They feel very good. I know that loss is frustrating, but what I saw from OpTic was deal with some very
adversity.
Maybe fluky moments, freaky moments, some frustrating moments through the first 2 maps. But they bounce back. They smoke them on the CTF. They don't look back from there. I think if I were an OpTic gaming fan, like that just, I feel really good about that win. Even though it was like very hard, it just, I guess it's gutsy, right? It just shows a lot from this team.
And what does OpTic gaming need to do? Win one search, and that's what we always say with this team. It has to be around 50%, and they do it. Obviously, they get their best search and destroy map. They might not get it all the time. I mean, St. Marie Dumont, they had another crazy game. If I'm a team playing OpTic, I'm just picking that one because, I don't know, there's something there that just won't allow OpTic to win. But, yeah, I think you could see great moments from both teams. For OpTic, their CTF finally back. Great to see. Their London Docks Hardpoint looks incredible. That Valk Search, that's probably the most comfortable we see them on. For eUnited, you can see the play style that frustrates team like Rise Nation. And if they're able to win a CTF, they did have their best CTF map.
It was a phenomenal week from eUnited.
Yes.
You were on the bubble, kind of at that 4th spot. Like, are you safe yet? No. But, like, it was an incredible week. It's a week you could have came in and realistically gone 0-3. And you beat 2 of the top teams in the top 4. You push OpTic to the brink. I know it's frustrating you don't close it out, but as an eUnited guy, like, if you're a fan out there, I think you feel good about either of these 2 teams right now. And especially, and it's even more so, like, eUnited you kind of felt good about all week. OpTic you didn't. And you at least get something. It's like final match of the week. It's like, all right.
I mean, they lost to Tate of Mines yesterday.
Yeah.
They did. I mean, they went, yeah, that's just what it is. It's been that one.
That was fun.
One of those weeks.
That was a fun one.
Yes, sir.
That was an absolute blast, man. Let's take a look now at the standings after that final match. We've got one more week of action to go. That is it. One more week of action. And if you're asking why, maybe some of these teams look like they